Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another recap of Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 5, Episode 14, Fair Game. So with that being said, guys, give me a like and let's get into it. So it continues off with Maurice was on the phone talking to Calvin. And then it shows Karen, Andy, Fatima, and Zach all at Fatima and Zach's house. And they're talking. And basically, Zach just told Karen like this: I want to be fully in my child's life, but I can offer you child support, $3,000 a month. I mean, that's pretty good. Like, he's going to be there fully and giving you child support. Like, that's like a win-win situation. When do you really see that happening? Because those people normally, well, men normally get put on child support when they're absent father. But the fact that he's in the child's life, wants to be in the child's life, and giving you $3K a month, that's more than enough. Like, come on now. But whatever. Karen doesn't like that. And she starts, every time Fatima says something to her, she throws shade and start being combative. And Fatima was like, you ain't gotta be combative. So basically, supposedly, Karen did what Fatima said when she spoke to her mom about, going to the doctor to matching up with the cycles. Me personally, I don't think that it's Zach, baby, because every time they say a question or say something to her, she gets kind of like quiet and like she's like, yeah, I know how Karen can be. Like, she just kind of standoffish. She know in her heart that that's Aaron's baby, but since the fact that it's Aaron, she don't want to give in and let that man be a father to his actual child, but somebody else's child, but make it make sense. So basically, Karen just wants something to hold on to. Like, she kind of feel like she did all the work with helping Zach get to where he at, and now Fatima reaping the benefits of her hard work and labor. So she gonna try to pin this baby on him so that way she could basically keep tabs on him and see how he really is. Like, you closed that door on your relationship, so why you still want your foot back in it? Make it make sense. But anyway, let's get into this before we get off topic, but whatever. So basically, everything Fatima say to Karen's upset about the situation. So that's when Zach was like, listen, I could give you $3K. But once Karen got up to get ready to leave, she was like, I'm happy for y'all. I want y'all, wishing y'all all the best. I want to be happy. I want you to be happy. So that way when this child comes into the world, we on one accord. And Fatima was like, yeah, I totally agree. So after that, Karen starts to walk around to leave, and she ends up turning around, and she was like, this is a nice house, Zach, but this pisses me off. The house, the desk, the pictures of y'all. And then when she looked and she saw that ring on that mantle, she was about to lose her gasket, like rip her hair out type upset. Like, she went over the top. She went over there and picked up. First of all, you in somebody else's house. Don't just come in here and start touching stuff. And she walked over to her like, y'all engaged? Zach was like, yeah. And he snatched the ring from like, yeah, thank you. Like, don't be coming here touching stuff. Like, anyways. So she got mad behind that. And so basically she said, listen, it seems like you're more worried about your money than your child. So basically she was like, you come up with an agreement, and then you look over it, and I'll sign it. And then she dipped on them. So now Zach and Fatima, they're having a moment because it's like you can see the hurt on Fatima's face. And then Zach starts talking about like, listen, I know you're hurting. This is not about me. This is about you right now. I know you're hurting. Like, you deserve somebody better because all this stuff that's going on simultaneously, it ain't it. he basically gives her a heart to heart. He breaks down and start crying. And basically, Fatima tries to reassure him, like, listen, if you know half the stuff I went through with my exes and stuff like that, you know, I would let you know when I'm throwing in the towel. And basically, he told her, like, just let me know when you close. She was like, I will. And then they both had a crying moment. I really cried for them because, like, they will not catch a break for nothing. Every time they try to take 5 steps forward, somebody's taking them 5 steps back. Like, they never going to progress anywhere because something is always in their rearview mirror plaguing on their downfall. Like, let them people be happy. Like, they found love, granted in a short amount of time, but, you know, let them work on themselves. They got a nice house. They got a good car, nice cars. They both got working jobs. Like, let them be happy and in their bliss, because right now it shows, and they need a break right now because I'm sick and tired of the team feeling like they can't catch a break because of the nonsense that just so happens Zach did in his past life is not catching up to him, so to say. But, you know, yeah, you live and you learn, right? So anyways, moving forward right along, Maurice gets a call from Calvin. And basically, you know, Maurice is Maurice. It's not Maurice without the little sarcasm, wits, and stuff that he say. But anyway, them two go back and forth talking. And basically, Calvin reassures him, like, listen, we're going to try our best to get you out. And he was about to say, I would text you the number. And then Maurice was like, you was about to what? You about to, I know, daggone, you was not about to say you about to text me. How I'm going to get it? Yeah, but he's like, yeah, I'm going to try to get the number from Sabrina so that way, you know, she could see where things are going. Basically, Maurice let her know that he feels the type of way because he feels as if Sabrina gave him up, but that's not the case. So he was like, yeah, she walking around free, Safrina. I was like, oh, snap. But anyway, this is not Maurice without the wit and sarcasm. So whatever. Calvin and then Maurice finished ended their call. He basically reassured Maurice that he's going to try to get in contact with Andy so that way they can see if they can help get him out. And that was that. Calvin told Maurice that he loves him. Of course, Maurice was like, nah, you don't love me, ho. And Calvin was like, yes, I really do love him. We're going to pray and try to help you get out of here. He's like, yeah, I hope so. So basically, they're going to have a call tomorrow and see where things go. Moving right along, Karen and Andy, they're on their way supposed to be into Andy's house, but I guess Karen decided that she wanted to go stop at the salon. But before that, she goes to the basketball court to check up on Aaron. And before she sees Aaron, she's on the phone call with Pam. And Pam's trying to tell her, like, listen, I got this. And basically Karen was like, if you had it, you wouldn't have left the iron on last time. So basically, Pam is going to do a video to show Karen that everything is turned up. But then again, Karen also going to pop up at the shop. So Pam was like, damn if she do, damn if she don't. So after Karen gets to the phone with Pam, Aaron pulls up to the car and basically talks to Karen. And basically, I really don't get this part, but I really don't get how Karen is, but whatever. Basically, Karen tells Aaron that she's happy that he's in her life, and that he's very consistent, and that he loves her, and talked about how stuff went down at Zach's house. So, yeah, I ain't really got nothing to say on them, because right now, Karen's really pissing me off, because it's like, how you this way towards your ex? Mind you, your exes, y'all are no longer together, but you in a whole new relationship, and what you're saying is not adding up. Like, make it make sense. You happy that Aaron's in your life, but you don't need Zach for nothing. But you steady want a claim on him. Like, make it make sense, sis. But whatever. Dishing right along between Karen and Aaron. The girls, Danny pulls up to Andy's house first, and lo and behold, she sees Mandingo Gary full of glory. Like, basically, he covered up himself and, you know, got it together. He went to the room. After Danny said what she said, next you know, Sabrina comes in, and Danny was like, Gary's here. She was like, Sabrina was like, I don't like him here. Y'all mad about somebody's whole relationship. I understand, granted, that's what y'all witnessed in the past with her. But she is a grown woman. You know, people will like take what people dish out to them. But then again, she's a grown woman. She's gonna live and learn, make her own mistakes. Like, you can't live her life for her, because at the end of the day, like I said, she's a grown woman. If she wants Gary around, let her have Gary around. Granted, because y'all in her space. She ain't in y'all space. Like, y'all came to where they get down. Like, make it make sense. Y'all mad about, I know it's not right, but it's like, she gonna do what she wanna do, because that's her man, and she gonna stick beside him, basically. But anyways, moving along, Sabrina and Danny get comfortable. By this time, Gary done got dressed, and as he's about to head out, he starts having a conversation with them two, and basically, Danny and Sabrina, like, said, what's your motives with Andy? Basically, Gary told her, like, listen, I love her, she loves me, and that's just where things going. So after that, they said they peace to each other. Gary leaves. Next thing you know, a few minutes later, Andy pulls up, and they ask him, where's Karen? Karen's right behind them. And they sit down. Andy, he starts telling the girls that Karen, in the situation at Zach's house, that she told Zach that he's the baby daddy. And basically, they were just trying to play it off so that she wouldn't hear. But as soon as they're about to get to the juicy part, Karen comes up in the elevator, and they kind of play love, like she wanted to get Andy wanted to get some drapes or paint to put against the glass wall and the windows and stuff like that. So yeah, and Karen was like, "Listen, I already know you was trying to tell them the tea." So yeah, they all eventually sat down. Karen told the girls that, you know, Zach is the baby daddy. And Danny, you know from jump, even when they was at the doctor, she still feels like, yeah, she hiding something, because you could tell how quiet and nonchalant she was acting about, so Zach's the daddy. So after, you know, putting that on the table, Karen was like, so did you know that they were engaged? And you know, both Sabrina and Danny, they're like, engaged? I was like, dang. So once that happened, Andy told her, like, yes, I knew that they were engaged, but that's not my place to tell. That's your ex. So if he wanted to tell you, that was on him. If not, that's on him. So after that, that part, I think before that part, Karen finally told them, like, he wanted to be on child support, and Danny was like, wow. And he wanted to pay $3,000 a month. She was like, wow, I got to get a baby. But you know what? They stay trying to shut Danny down for the stuff that she say. But she be saying the stuff that they don't want to say. Like, listen, she's that devil on your shoulder that needs you to speak up at the right moment. Even though it may not be the right time. She going to tell her how it is, and that's just what it is. And that's what I like about Danny, because she keep it real raw and funky with you. She don't care who you is. You could be her mama, she going to still tell you how it is. Like, let the girl say what she want to say, because y'all be thinking and y'all just don't be saying it. Y'all a bunch of punks when it comes to, I understand she's your friend and all, but still, speak up or get stepped on. But yeah, Danny, she don't hold her tongue for nobody. Basically, let it be known. So after the Karen situation, they got on Andy about Gary. Basically, Andy was like a kid in the candy store. That she was kind of mad that Gary left. So after they talk or whatever, she gets up to go find her phone. Then she go call her man back. Basically, Gary is like, I'm sorry for showing up there like that. But Andy was like, it's okay. I'm about to let the girls go in a few so you could come back home. She was like, well, Gary was like, basically, let me know when they're going so I can pull back up. That happens. Danny, she's drinking for all of them. Basically, she lets them know that she talked to Preston and he had a ring. So now she's kind of in a mix between the ring and Preston, so she don't know what's really going on. Basically, after all the girls said what they had to say, they went their separate ways. Zach and Fatima have another moment where Fatima comes downstairs with the papers that was served to Zach at the office, and she opens it up to read what was being said. And then she closes it back up. And Zach was trying to tell her, like, listen, I don't really care what's going on. Like, don't open it. I don't want to know. So basically, yeah, she opened it and she puts it back in. And then Zach was like, so tell me, what's it about? She was like, listen, I'm not going to tell you. You're just going to have to find it for yourself. She's like, oh, forget it. So he opens it up and sees. And once he figured out the amount that she's trying to get him for, he was like, $500,000. Like, what the... Like, what kind of monstrosity of a number you think you're going to get out of me? Like, come on now. Yeah, he was so livid and tight about the whole situation. Because now it's like, he about to come in with pressure. He about to lose everything over this dumbness. Like, come on now. So basically, that's that. Now, that's another notch in the belt of Zach trying to unwind from his life. Because right now, these two bitter, I wouldn't say bitter baby mothers, supposedly, are gunning for everything he got. And basically, Zach was like, can they do that? And Fatima was like, yeah, they can in the state of Georgia. They can take you for everything you got. Like, even if you had $1, give me that. 50 cents for you, 50 cents for you. Like, give me my coin. Like, they're going to take it by any means necessary. And they don't care how you survive at the end of the day, because what's theirs is theirs. Trust me. What's theirs is theirs. They don't play. When they want their money, they want their money. Because if you don't pay, you can end up going to jail behind it. Like, that's just how serious these child support laws are, regardless if you paying it or not. They will lock you up when they find you and throw away the key. Yeah, so hopefully Zach tries to get this nipped in the bud with the help of Fatima on the low. We already know. So yeah, that's that. Okay, now last and final, Danny gets back to the house. Preston's there, and he tells her, like, how was your day? How was it with the girl? She was like, fine, you know. So he was on the phone call. So as soon as Danny came in, he got off. And basically Preston was like, we need to talk. And she was like, about what? The phone call you was just on? And Preston was like, what? And now she's like, what? Like, what do you mean what? Like, so basically, she was like, I found the ring. And was that the girl that you was going to marry on the phone? And it was like, what ring? Did you try it on? And she was like, for what? Why would I need to try it on? So basically, she sat down at this time. And he was like, listen, that ring was not for her. That ring was yours. Like, I want you to marry me. And she was like, yeah, okay. And then once he said, I want you to marry me, she was like, what the hell? What in the world? Are you serious? Like, yeah. This one was a little more intriguing to watch than last week's episode. This one, I was like, okay, it's getting good now. I can't wait to see what happens in next week's episode. Supposedly, Tamara and Hayden, they about to, get it on. And then Tamara ends up calling Fatima. I hope and pray that Hayden don't overhear the conversation if he's not even in the vicinity with her, because that's going to really backfire on her. And then it's like, dang, then got caught slipping. So we're going to see what the tea is for that next week. Also, Andy supposedly tells Robin about the situation between Gary. So now that Gary knows what's been going on with Andy, because he been listening to her phone calls, Gary calls Hayden and lets him know what's up. So now it's like, dang, we got to really cover our bases now, but we going to see. So y'all stay tuned for next week's episode. I got y'all. It's going to be a whirlwind of drama next week. I'm here for it. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap of episode 14, Fair Game of season 5, Tyler Perry Sistas. And I'll see y'all in the next one.